Hello, Capricorn. This is Truth, and I'm here with your reading. This is your love reading for whenever you see it, and your overall message is love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And you know what? What I'm getting, Capricorn, is that you have a lot of people loving you. A lot of people in love with you. You're going to start to notice that it's not going to take much for a man to fall in love with you. It's not going to take much for a woman to fall in love with you like it used to. You don't have to wait for somebody to admit that they love you or to reveal it. You won't have to wait a long period of time. You won't have to, change yourself or do any metamorphosis to try to fit in for anybody to love you at this time either, y'all. Y'all gonna notice that people just love you right off the bat. You're gonna have it as to where people are literally saying, I love you in some kind of way. They love your humor. They loved your performance. They love the joke you just told. They love you so much because you just made them laugh. They're gonna be touching you on the shoulder or the arm, soul kin connections. People are gonna be telling you that they love this about you, love that about you. Yeah. People that you are open to starting relationships with or staying in relationships with, you're going to find them saying how much they love you. And in the beginning stage, if you're starting them and just coming out more of their mouth if you're already married or in a relationship. And it all has to do with one thing and one thing only. Mirror magic. You guys have been looking in the mirror and you have been telling yourselves really positive things for at least a year or more for you to have this kind of impact of love coming from your environment. This is a reward and an outcome of you building yourself up every day and saying something, at least something positive about yourself, your performance, your character, your personality, what just happened in a situation. And then it doubles to 2 things that are nice about yourself and 3 things that are nice about yourself. You're getting a lot of love because you started at some point over a year's time saying at least one positive thing about the day. Oh, today was a good day. And then you doubled it to 2 things. And then you doubled it to 3 things. And then some of you guys could have been finding at least one good thing to say about the week you had. Then you doubled it. Then you tripled it. Well, it paid off. It filled every cell of your body. It transmuted into your aura and your higher self. Your auric field, it transferred. Not transmuted. It transferred into your higher self, your auric field, and every cell of your body. And now you are the epitome, walking real love incarnated. Okay? I'm getting you fed yourself a lot of love. I'm getting you fed your life a lot of gratitude. Your days a lot of gratitude. You could have been feeding days up ahead with a lot of gratitude. And that's why you're enjoying where you are now, and you're going to enjoy it some more. So if you tried it one way, like let's say you just fed yourself, let's say you just fed each day that went by, or you feed the day after it's done, like you recap it, try something new and start feeding the days up ahead. If you usually feed days up ahead and you don't feed yourself or feed the 24-hour review, then start doing that. You know, you go this way, you go that way, you go this way, you go this way, you go any way you want. Like, change it up a little bit. You know, you usually feed the day that you just finished. Start feeding days that's up ahead. If you usually feed days that's up ahead, start feeding days that you just finished. If you always feed other people compliments, start feeding yourself more. Okay, but you guys are about to get a lot of compliments. You're about to get a lot of justice in situations. You're about to get a lot of good karma for all the shit that you've been through. I'm seeing all of that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the reading. Okay. And you know, I really should have used my black cards in the last reading, but I didn't need them, but I'm going to use them for you guys. So let me put them where I can see before I even begin, because I'll start using these tarot cards and forget that Spirit told me to give you guys some oracle messages from the Burning Heart Love Oracle. So 1 second. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and see why this message is here. Okay. Now you're obviously romantically attractive right now. Okay. Yep, this came out twice. It was on top of the deck when I walked away, and then I started shuffling again, and it came out, okay? Like you guys can see that. I got this turned completely the wrong way. We got the Knight of Pentacles. So first off, what I'm getting is that the fact that you're taking things slow with people, it's really getting their respect, okay? I'm also getting, if you think that something's over between you and someone because you took a step back from them, it's not over. They think it's romantically attractive that you took a step back from them, and they're actually complying. And they want to correct the issue that is outstanding that they have figured out due to you taking a step back. This is not going to be one of these kind of people from the Pisces reading that I just did who acts like they have absolutely no idea why you're not talking to them. This is not that. This is not going to be one of those kind of people that just cannot figure out why they got blocked or why they got stopped being talked to. That was what was in the Pisces reading. So if you have Pisces placements, please watch all my videos for your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, anywhere you have that zodiac sign in your chart. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Then you'll really be ready to go. Oh, yeah. Divinity will be on 100,000 trillion billion, like Kanye would say. No, he said it better than that. Oh, yeah. It's not over. They're like, I know what I did. And I don't want to come correct. You guys are going to be so surprised. Especially if you taking a step back included like not going to a certain location anymore, so you won't have to see somebody. Let's say you just stop posting online and they notice that, like, damn, it's plenty of ways you could take a step back. It's not just taking a step back. It could be blocking somebody, no longer posting online for a while. Hell, deleting your page. Hell, deleting your channel. That could be taking a step back. Pausing before replying could be taking a step back. Not replying to someone's message is taking a step back. Deleting something. This is all you loving yourself first. And I'm getting that while you're taking this step back to love yourself, show love and self-respect to yourself, because they're not going to give it to you. It will start enveloping you when you get your body away from this person or situation and your body loves you for it. Thank you, says the inner child. Thank you, says the body and all of its systems, for getting me away from that shit. Thank you for no longer putting us in a situation where somebody can give us infections. Thank you for taking a step back away from that relationship. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, says the body. Thank you, says the body, for getting me away from that person that gives us a headache every day. That's hurting our feelings. Thank you for taking a step back away from the person who doesn't love us, says the body. And it's going to reward you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for loving me, says the body. Because you're the one who has to give your body the signal to move. You're the one who has to have the discipline to keep away from somebody who doesn't love you enough to make sure that your body is protected. You're the one who has to get a signal. You have to have the discipline, the commitment, the strength, the alertness, and I know you fucking lying, all together for the body to be removed from said situation, or else it'll just still be standing there. That empowers you. When you don't take no shit, it increases your personal power. It increases your inner power. You can do this silently, or you can do this loud. You get all of these rewards. Like all of a sudden you getting all this love, you getting all this respect. That's the reward for having more personal power. And the only way you get more personal and inner power is through how many no's you give to people, how many separations, how many times you take up for yourself when you go off. That increases your personal power. That increases your inner power. So if you're tired of attracting low vibrational friends, low vibrational lovers, if you're tired of having a target on your back and everybody talking about you, disrespecting you, if you're tired of attracting disrespectful lovers, you got a target on your back because your inner power is low. Your personal power is low because you don't tell enough people no. You don't tell enough people F you. You don't tell enough people, I'm gone. I don't give a damn about the love I'm supposed to have for you. I'm gone. I'm quitting. I don't give a damn about how I was supposed to handle this. I'm out. That makes your personal power and inner power go up. And you'll notice when you step into some new cycle or new month, a new chapter, you're going to feel a shift in the energy. And it does make you romantically attractive. Let's say that you got to go off on somebody because they're in the wrong for what the hell they're doing, what they did. They're in the wrong when it comes to something just off principle. And you're like, gosh, I probably sound like a monster. I probably sound like, a bag of emotions. No, you don't. It's actually sexy that you're taking up for yourself. You may be like, oh, I'm probably wasting everybody's time. I'm probably such a drag. Like, no, you go, Capricorn. I probably look like a crash out. No, I've seen a lot of that in 2025. Everywhere, online and physical. And baby, no, you're not. I don't want to be seen crashing out on this person. I don't want to crash out on this person. I don't want to look like I'm crashing out on this person. Honey, you actually look very attractive while you're standing up for yourself. Whatever you're saying, whatever your reason is for having to go off on somebody because they doing something that disrespects principle, you actually sound quite educated. You actually sound quite good. Just like I was saying in the January love and money readings, everybody think you smart as fuck. So go ahead and check out the January 2026 Love and Money playlist because that's where you'll find that video. It's right on the home page. It's also in the community section, okay? /post section. So let's get more here from my Capricorns. See, that's you standing up for yourself right there. I said you was going to have to stand up for yourself. And like I was talking about earlier, I got, it's not over between you and me. So if you took a step back from an aggressive lover, a defensive lover, an offensive lover, it's not over. They see you've taken a step back and they're like, oh my God, I was way too aggressive, wasn't I? I was way too defensive, wasn't I? I was way too offensive, wasn't I? Yeah, they're actually thinking about it, and they're like having a whole light bulb moment when it comes to this new cycle you're in of love and money. You're in a new cycle of love and money with the Knight of Pentacles. And you know, usually when you go off, nothing happens. Usually when you ask for respect, you don't get it. You demand it, you don't get it. Usually when you want love, you don't get it. Usually when you want more money, you don't get it. You're in a brand new cycle, baby. Why? Because you affirmed all of this into fruition. With every action, with every thought, with every manifestation, with every affirmation. This was spiritual work that's giving you what you're about to receive. This is an increase in your personal power when it comes to what you're about to see coming up. This is due to an increase in your personal power as well. Yeah. So someone here really feels like you've drawn a line in the sand and they want to come across that line unexpectedly. You're taking a step back from somebody. Whoever you're taking a step back from, family members, friends, love interest, new love interest, exes, whatever, you're going to be surprised that it's just not going to stay that way. You're not expecting for these people to work on anything with you or correct themselves or come with better respect, more respect. You are not expecting it because, you know, people ain't shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They just ain't. All right. I'm also getting somebody thinks they are the shit. And that's another reason why you don't expect anything to come out of the situation. Some of y'all don't expect for somebody to get reprimanded or to get any justice in situations when you go through injustice. You guys are like, it ain't gonna come. People get to just do whatever the fuck they want to do these days. They get to just say whatever they want to say. You know? They can't be checked. Even when they wrong. So you like, ain't gonna be no justice and ain't gonna be no peace. Like, Lord, here it is. This unexpected conversation, unexpected message. I see you took a step back from me, Capricorn. Can we talk about it? Yeah. Unexpected text message, email, phone call, visit, comment. I'm also seeing an increase in your followings and your subscribers, your audiences, your listeners. They're going to increase because your personal power went up, which makes you more romantically attractive. It makes you more magnetically attractive. It pulls people in like a magnet because you're not taking no shorts or losses. And whatever way that applies, if whether or not you just been working your ass off when it comes to goals, increasing your personal power, because you're just not giving up. No matter how much, no matter how little love you've been receiving. Let's say you just kept going even though you weren't receiving a lot of love. Let's say you started a job at a shop and they were just giving you very little love. And you're like, man, I'm going to really knock it out the park when it comes to any little thing that I do, though. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to beg for more work. I see what they're doing. Or you say, F this, F this job, I'm not coming back. It's not enough tasks being given to me. It's not enough money being given to me. You're not compensating me correctly. I'm about to leave this shit behind. You're going to notice an increase when it comes to the next job you get, or they'll contact you and say, hey, come back. or we got some more work, or let's talk, or let's correct the situation, because you walking off increase your personal power for this situation to happen, for them to want to, still have a future with you. Someone who you walked away from romantically, they still want a future with you because they like how you drew that line in the sand and you took a step back from them when they were getting too aggressive, too personal, too pushy, too defensive, too offensive. They actually like it that you put those lines down by taking a step back. Like, you know what? I'm just not going to call your ass for a week. They want to be in a relationship with you. So they're looking at this like an obstacle course. Like, okay, I see what Capricorn doesn't like every time they take a step back or they go off on me. And they want to just keep on proceeding like this. And you're like, I don't want to keep on proceeding with somebody who needs to know the right way to act through me blowing the fuck up. Can't you just kind of know? Like everybody else, like me, like kind of just know right from wrong, kind of just know how to not be just kind of know how to not be an international asshole. Do you have to be taught how to not be an international asshole by people not talking to you for a week at a time and then coming back together and oops, you did it again and another week off? Don't you know no good? Is what you'll be saying. What? This is crazy. Jesus Christ. Did you have to learn how offensive you are by being blocked? You didn't know before then that what you said was bad or wrong? So weird. You had to be blocked to know not to say that. Wow. Fuck. Somebody had to go off on you for you to know how to properly respect this place, this situation. Damn, really? And somebody's like, yeah. I do need that help. And there's like, and anytime I do it again, just let me know. Like, no, man, it ain't no peace here if I got to just keep on letting you know. That's like basically signing me up for a whole year subscription of disrespect and I can cancel it anytime. Like, no, I'm not going to sign up for that subscription. Okay. They keep on taking money out your account. They ain't doing right by you. It had barely any features and you going to keep on staying subscribed to that. Unsubscribe from that shit. Even little things like that in our day-to-day life can increase our personal power, our inner power, because we're no longer allowing things that is disrespectful to keep going onward. We got to take a step back. How are these companies going to regulate? How are things going to regulate? Relationships, companies. Anything with a set of rules. How is there going to be any regulations? Unless people start unsubscribing, start moving away, start unenrolling, start moving away out of people's like parents' homes, hanging up, blocking, deleting, There won't be any regulation within the situation or the person or the company or anything if there's not a drop, a decrease in the love that they usually get from the patrons. You're gonna notice that a very disrespectful entity or person, platform, company, network, whatever, is going to have a drop in the love that they usually receive because they are so outlandish. And you've been noticing it for the longest. Like, when are people going to wake up to this BS? They keep loving this place, loving this person. The fuck is going on? Always showing this person love. This person is messed up. Well, here's your Here's your new year, 2026, year of the fire horse. Here's your karma. Here's your rewards. Because it wasn't making any sense. This person was getting all the accolades like they had a lot of personal power when it was really the people themselves that was giving the person the personal power. So many people liking them is what gave them personal power, inner power. Yeah. They weren't in a high level of law of attraction to attract and amass that many people. It wasn't their personal power itself that attracted all those people. It was people gravitating towards them for whatever reason. I think it's because they liked how offensive and disrespectful this person was. Oh, look. Oh, look how bad, disrespectful and offensive and wow. We like that because I don't think you're supposed to do that. And that person's just, unapologetically, aggressive. Wow, let's all watch. Let's all subscribe to this person. Let's all show this person lots of love. It's like a bully at school in 7th grade having like everybody fuck with them. They are a whole bully. Everybody sees they're a bully, but they're attracted to it. You're like, you guys, this person hurts people. They hurt me. And there's no justice, no reward. People actually like this person. This is crazy. When's this going to stop? Somebody that's a whole entire nightmare. Imagine for the longest, nobody seeing what you see. Nobody agreeing with you. Until one day, finally, they do. That person disrespected me. That person's so offensive. Oh, this person doesn't defend anybody. They're so aggressive. Da-da-da. You're about to see a lot of people turn their back on somebody who highly disrespected you, highly offended you, was very aggressive towards you, tried to dim your personal power, tried to dim your light. You never forgot it. That day when they tried to dim your light, you took a step back from this person. Now look, they've lost the court of public opinion. They've lost the favor of the court of public opinion. This is somebody who your ass never liked. Like, oh my God, I can't see how people can mess with that person, watch that person, F with that person. What the hell? It's about to be a lot of people turning their back on that person. Okay. It's like people finally see that, whatever they saw about that person, but they're really faced towards you. It's people are feeling like they're being guided towards you with the 3 of Wands. Your personal power is so magnetic, Capricorn. The 2 of Swords. Big focus on relationships that you've had with Geminis, Libras, Aquariuses. Anyway, there's something coming up that you don't even know is on the way here. And it's like somebody like that's basically going to be like apologizing to you for whatever they did to make you take a step back from them. Because it looks bad that you took a step back from them. It looks bad that you can't even co-parent with somebody. It makes them look bad, right? And you're like, I probably look bad. No, baby. People don't. They know it's not you. They know it's the other. Like I said earlier, you like, I hate having to stand up for myself or be aggressive or go off. Honey, it does something for your personal power. You can either do it through going off or just taking a step back in silence. Either way, you look like a model citizen because you got motherfuckers like, yeah, and I would do that too. Or I would say that too. Damn right, Capricorn. Good for you. Honey. Whoever made you take a step back from them, they look so bad and it makes you look so good. So if you had to walk away from a company, you're former boss looks bad, like worse than you think. You probably think nobody gave a fuck about you walking away from that company. Probably thought a bunch of tomatoes was being thrown at you from behind. Honey, they looked at that boss like, damn, look at what you done, you little jerk. Like, it's giving Home Alone references. I've been referencing Home Alone since Since December. I guess you could call it last December. Like, yeah. Like, look what you did, you little jerk. Like, that's how people feel when a boss made you walk away. Or somebody made it so you just don't even go to a certain location anymore. Look what you did, you little jerk. Like, damn, now Capricorn don't even come up here. Like, what the fuck? Somebody was the reason why y'all relationship failed. Look what you did, you little jerk. Now Capricorn don't even fuck with Joseph no more. Or Barbara. It was you. And you probably think that nobody cares. Nobody saw the X that marked the spot. Yeah, they know. And people is looking in the mirror. And I said it in the country way. They looking in the mirror. And they saying, look what you did, you little jerk. Because they made you walk away. You're like, yeah, no. They're like, God damn it. Look what you did, you little jerk. Why'd you have to say that? I'm getting them slapping their, like, temples. Like, God. Why'd you have to say that? Why'd you have to be so aggressive? They're talking to themselves. Why'd you have to be so defensive? Why'd you have to be so offensive? Why'd you have to do that? Like, damn, you're making it to where Capricorn had to stand up for themselves? What the fuck is wrong with me? I got the next day. The Three of Wands is the next day. Or somebody keeps on waiting every day for your return, you to reach out, you to arrive, you to communicate, text. Because you're in the middle of taking a step back. Well, they wait every day for this to stop. You could have told this person in the past, like, hey, in a nice way, can you kind of treat me as an equal? Like, this is the way I like to be talked to. You try to, reset the energy. Like, maybe this person doesn't know how I would like to be spoken to. Like, you can give them, like, I think that you were giving them, like, some hints, the right words to use or the right way to talk to someone. They ignored it. I feel like you could have tried to address the situation with this person, or maybe you kind of turned a blind eye, like, but they kept on trying to dim your light. They kept on putting you in a defensive stance. They kept on offending you. They kept on talking aggressively. Or they kept letting someone do this in their circle. And you're like, I'm not going to stand for this. If you're not going to stand up for me, you're going to let that person keep talking to me like that. Your brother is not going to keep talking to me like that. Your cousin, your father, your mother, your kid, you're not going to let them keep talking to me like that. So now I got to walk away from you because you won't stop your circle from talking to me like that. You're going to let your friend just keep talking like that? Well, now it cost you me. This all gets rewarded in your next cycle. It could be a month later. It could be the next year. It could be a next season. You'll just start getting all of this love because you took the time to love yourself by not letting some diabolical, ridiculous person be bogus to you or another person. Like, no. That's not what you do. The Seven of Wands can entail you taking up for another person and teaching this person how to have personal boundaries, alerting them to throw a flag on the play, and how to have some self-respect. And you don't let people talk to you like that. You get rewarded for informing people of what the fuck self-respect is. It's universal and at the same time individual. We all know that it's not cool to just tell a nice person to shut the F up, right? Because they're having a good time, right? Exactly. It's universal self-respect clauses. And then we got things when it comes to just us personally that we just don't let a person do, that other people may let be done to them. Correct? And that brings me to, look, just because you was allowed to do that somewhere else, says Capricorn, to somebody, or your last person lets you treat them like that, I don't mean that's going to happen over here, baby. And you may not have even known that she was a disrespectful person until you met me. Because obviously people have been turning a blind eye to this person for a long time. Some people, you will look at them and you like, damn, obviously everybody was scared of this person when they was a child. Nobody ever corrected this motherfucker. So now they disrespectful everywhere they go and in relationships. Everybody just turned, he was a terror of the family, or she was the terror of the family. The Two of Swords is somebody turning a blind eye. It's disgusting. Not over here. Somebody didn't even know they was disrespectful. Somebody didn't even know that they was offensive. Somebody didn't even see as anything that they did as aggressive. Well, you wasn't raised right. You go out into the world around you, you start getting into relationships, you gonna see how good of a job your parents did when it comes to how far you get in life. These people that have had so many people once like them, but now have turned their back on them, wasn't raised right. But people stuck around and enjoyed the fuckery. See, that's because some years shit is cool. And then some years, people with the good hearts that was raised right, they're like, we need to take the world back by the horns. Like, everybody is enjoying foolery. It's cool some years, and you'll see that. Everybody is enjoying fuckery, and it's cool for some years, and you're going to see that. It's popular to have relationships in some years that are full of disrespect, not respect, that are full of disrespect, offending each other, being aggressive, over diplomatic. Like, some years that's in, but then some years it's just not okay. Or as we go forward into the future, it's not okay. You're going to have to leave things behind. You can't be bringing shit of how we acted as a civilization in 1980 something, 1990 something. You can't act like that in 2026. You can't just spank your kids and yell at them and go off like you could in 1995 and the neighborhood to help you. Yeah, I heard what you said to your mama. You come over here, boy. Take a village to raise a child. Like, you can't do that no more. You heard yelling at your kids. You slapping the shit out of them. Your ass going to jail in 2026. Somebody don't know that they got to leave some shit behind. Somebody want to have a relationship with you and they want to act like they dad that was born in 1951 and bring that into y'all relationship. Because that's how they was raised and, whatever. The dad probably has had every person in the world leave him, and you think it's a good idea to act like your dad in this relationship? You think that's gonna work? Leave that your dad needs to leave that shit behind, and your ass needs to leave that shit behind. He should have left that behind once he started to see doors closing on him. Once he started to see people leaving him. But no. Some people like to keep on carrying it on like it's a sacred time capsule to bring the aggression and the offensiveness of the past into the future, like we don't learn as a collective or civilization. Same with a woman. She want to bring how her mama act and go off from 1991, 1984 into her friendships and the world around her and the gas station when she pumped gas and in her relationships in 2026. And that's not going to get any doors to open for you, and it's not going to get you anywhere. Can't you tell how you keep on getting no love from anybody, that there's something that you need to leave behind? Definitely, if you up there dragging your parents' anger responses, your parents' anger responses, and unleashing it off into the world, how they talked, how they acted, especially if it was fuckery or foolery, aggressive, offensive. If your parents had ways about them that always offended people, why are you taking those things on? And that's what you're here to teach, highlight, and enlighten about when it comes to people right now. Motherfucking people's parents have done things as to where one whole side of the family literally stops fucking with them over something very apparent. Why would you pick up that fucking trait and take it off with you in the world? How somebody was raised is affecting them in relationships today. How somebody was raised is affecting their career today. And it's not you. It's annoying because they don't have enough common sense to keep up with the times, change with the times, and just have some common sense. Somebody want to be so special. They want to act like they don't know right from wrong. They just want to keep on acting like they parent. And they're making it as to where their children are taking a step back from them. They're making it as to where people are taking a step back from them and don't want to be in relationships with them. They're making it as to where they can't even keep a job. They parents told them, the man is the one who, and it's 2026. People still talking about the man in the system. Carrying that old shit over. Like that got anything to do with your miserable, underperforming, lackluster, no personal power, messed up your whole first 15 years of life. That's on you, buddy. That ain't got nothing to do with the man of the system. It's stuff like that. Those old ass ways of thinking in terms like, oh my God, no wonder no one talks to you. You really think that that's the reason why you didn't make it in life? You didn't make it because you're overly aggressive, you offend everybody, and you make everybody be in a defensive stance. It has nothing to do with whatever the hell you talking about. It's annoying. Somebody want to have conversations with you where they just talk like an old coot, just like their parents. Motherfucker would not shut up. Going on and on and on and on about all the doom and gloom in the world today. And they have no friends. Everybody takes a step back from them. Nobody visits them. Nobody wants to have a relationship with them because they don't know how to shut up. Nobody wants to hear that. Love yourself enough to get your body away from minuscule individuals like this, please. Now, going back to somebody who is surprisingly open to working things out once they see the flag you threw on the play. Here you are as the Queen of Wands, here as an inspiration, okay, to teach people the things they need to leave in the past, to teach them the things that they need to see about themselves that's dimming their personal power and even driving people away from them. A lot of you Capricorns could be in positions where you have to literally teach people about themselves. Like, you know, that's the reason why nobody is coming your way or nobody is checking out your website. Some of you guys like help people with self-branding or their career or their business. Yes, you tell them what they're doing wrong. Like, you can't come to people like that, or you don't have enough, color. This is why you have no traffic. Okay. You guys are literally so high in your personal power and inner power. You could teach people how to increase their inner power and personal power. You have empowered yourself so much. So we got the Emperor here, and this is a big focus on just men, okay? So I got men in general, okay? Well, the Emperor can definitely be somebody that's quite prickly, okay? And it doesn't even have to be just a man. When it comes to the Emperor, it could be an older person, an older woman, okay? A very masculine woman. It can even be, like I said, parents or somebody who wanted to co-parent with you. Also somebody who wants to marry you and wants to be the man in your life. There's somebody who wants to remain in your life with the Emperor, whether it's your parents or it's a man. Okay. People who want to, those chosen for you, whoever it is. It's more than one person. It's a mix. It's parents that want to stay in your life, and it's a man or a woman that really wants to stay in your life. They really do. This line that you put in the sand, they want to learn from it. But they're going to keep on being like the Emperor, which is somebody who just can easily disrespect somebody just like that because, this person's a man's man or this person's a manly woman. They're going to always have some kind of brute in them. They just can't help. They're just a man by default, or a very, very masculine woman. She ain't got no man. She is not a stable person. She probably didn't have the best parenting. And they will only be able to learn from life experience since their parents didn't teach them. Somebody's father didn't raise them right, or it wasn't in their life. So they will have to learn what the father was supposed to teach them by people taking a step back from them instead. Or somebody's mother wasn't stable or wasn't in their life. So they have to learn through people being in constant defensive stances with them, what to do and what not to do in order to get love, be liked, have friends, be in relationships, achieve marriage, achieve healthy relationships. Somebody wants to stick in there to try to get this to turn into a healthy relationship. The only way they can learn how to give you a healthy relationship is if you take a step back from them. But you will think this step back is going to be forever. I'm never going to see you again, asshole. I made it. I'm rich. I'm divorcing your ass, or I'm moving out. I'm never talking to you again. You'll think that once you take this step back, you're never going to hear from this person again. Yeah, here they are. Yeah. Change my number. I'm never going to hear from this person. Block this person. Never going to hear from them again. They're like, I see what I did wrong. You're like, what the fuck? What are you doing here? What do you want? Yeah. Mm-hmm. You stop speaking to a person. You go stoic. You go cold. You think it's going to be like that forever. You're like, good. It's a lot more quieter around here. You're going to be surprised and that person's going to be like, can we kind of work on this? Like, no, person who will never have any friends or healthy relationships. But you thought this was a joke? No, this for real, baby. We're not trying to learn and grow. We trying to see and go. They're like, well, I'm still here. Like, okay. And that's why nobody likes you, because I'm not trying to try with you. I'm not trying to teach you how to love. It takes a village. Can you kind of go away? You know, go bother somebody else. No, I choose you, Capricorn. Whoever you stop talking to, they want to stay in your life. You're going to be so surprised. You thought you being stoic or you being independent would make it as to where you would never have to see or talk to this person again. They still want to stay in your life. Even if you achieve moving away from your parents. Even if you block somebody or you just won't talk to them. You just act like they're not there. You just ignore them. You just will go nowhere near them. You like, yep, and that'll do it. That's all you got to do. And you'll never have to worry about it again. And then, like, wow. You're really trying to get gone. You're trying to keep the energy like, yeah, let's keep it, let's keep these boundaries down. I don't want to remove these boundaries. I don't want you to be able to talk to me again. I don't even want us to be on good terms. I like it bad. I like when we don't talk. I got high. What the fuck? Like, no. Because it's going to happen again with you. It's going to happen again. You're going to disrespect me. You ain't learned. No, really, I know why you took a step back. No, you don't. No, really, I can understand why you don't want to co-parent with me or why you don't want me in your life as a parent. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't understand now. No, the fuck you don't. No, you don't. That hard head you got. No, you don't. You're just saying that. You're just the actor of the century. I've learned how to become more attractive. So you having self-respect and putting down personal boundaries helps other people become more romantically attractive because they wouldn't know what to stop doing unless you put that boundary down. Go off on them. Take a step back. Whatever. They would know. So somebody's like, I know how to love you better. Let's say that you're in a marriage or relationship and you're like, yeah, I don't want to do that certain position or that step that we do. No, thank you. They're going to be like, oh, I must not be good at it. I'm not good at romantically pleasing my partner if every time I go to give them blah, 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 which would be a hug, kiss, or, top. They're like, no, thank you. Then that means that I'm not doing it right, says this person. How come no one wants to hug me is another thing I'm getting. Somebody needs to know how to be more romantically attractive. Everybody's staying away from somebody because they need some deodorant. Somebody needs to get their breath together. Everybody is turning their back on this person. And it's going to actually help them be more romantically attractive. Somebody not good when it comes to something in the boudoir. Well, you not wanting to do it over and over again. They like, oh, I need to. It's just going to help them be more romantic. Also, I'm getting a lot of you guys are just giving somebody a taste of their own medicine. Like they're stoic, they're mean, they're always offending people. So you just talk to them the way they talk to you, and it's a problem. That can help somebody learn what the fuck they need to do to be more romantically attractive, because you may not think this dumbass is going to figure it out, but they are. Somebody hard-headed. Y'all got hard-headed ass parents. That's got to be tough. Hard-headed ass co-parenting situation. It's hard-headed as fuck. But you'd be surprised with this Page of Pentacles here. Somebody who you think is very just never gonna get it. No, they never gonna get it. They get it. That person who abused their authority and power, you didn't think they ever thought about what they did? As soon as you stop fucking with that location or that realty or that job, they saw immediately when they noticed that they were waiting for you and for 3 consecutive days, weeks, or months, and you never came back. Yeah, they figured it out that they went overboard. I'm also getting with the Emperor. This could just be older people, older man, older woman. Listen, older men, older women, they be going through flashes. They be grumpy. And when you have some, as your own symptoms, once everybody kind of get it, everybody does what? Stay away from grandpa, stay away from grandma. Because they everybody knows about these things. These symptoms, these ways. And what is everybody going to do? Just ignore that person because they know that every time that person opens their mouth, they're going to be negative or cruel or mean. And this person is seeing like, wow, everybody's making a concerted effort to ignore me. It's not on purpose either. It's just, I keep dimming everybody's light and personal power. And nobody fucks with me. Same when it comes to a bad parent, like Jesus Christ. It's like if you leave the kids with this person, you can guarantee something's going to happen. Well, after enough of those incidences where, mom or dad has to be on defensive mode all the time, eventually mom or dad is going to stop allowing the kids to be in that person's care. And even the kids are going to get tired of being crash test dummies all the time. And if you think that this person isn't sitting there like, damn, even my own kids scared to fuck with me. Think again. Because they are. It's somebody who's just a whole international a-hole. They're sitting there. Nobody even addresses them. Everybody collectively knows that person's a grump. That person's an a-hole. You can be the nicest person in the world, and you're gonna have a problem with her or him. You're just going to. And this person is finally noticing that everybody has the same collective consensus about them. I never forgot. I had this neighbor. He was a terror. And everybody liked him for like 6 years. And I just was like, I'm out. I even moved away. Well, when I came back to the neighborhood for, to go to the restaurant, I think like KFC, the block was so quiet. So I started trying to get like kind of a update or consensus of where everybody was, because he terrorized the block. He made it so loud. And they're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why it's so quiet, but I will tell you one thing. I can't stand so-and-so. I'm like, wow, this is somebody who everybody once just saw no problem with. And it seemed like I was the only one who didn't like them. And they got so much of a high of personal power off of that. Like, yeah, no one's ever going to see what you're talking about. Ha, 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 ha. Honey, I took a step back and I let karma do its job. I took a step back and let everybody get smart on their own. I took a step back and waited for everybody to stop enjoying that fuckery and that foolery. It's going to be a new year. It's going to be a new day where people just kind of like, you know, this is boring, or this is whack, or this is holding us back. It'll come. At some point, people will adjust they TV station. Oh yeah. Your spiritual advice. Look, it's something great coming up for you, because I'm getting that if you stood your ground, you're about to have an increase in magnetic attraction, romantic attraction, personal power. Now let's talk about romantic attraction. If you took a step back from somebody who wanted to push you into something that you didn't want to quite pursue just yet, they're going to come back and try to equalize things with you. They're going to put you in the Queen of Wands position if you're a woman, or the Emperor position if you're a male. Like, let's say you're a male. Somebody's going to realize, like, I shouldn't be talking to you like that in a relationship. My mouth is why no man wants to be with me. Can we please try again? You're going to be like, well, who trusts that? Wants to sign up for another year of disrespect? No, it's going to happen again. This is the kind of person you know it's going to happen again. You know you're going to have to always teach this person. Damn, it's annoying. You got to always constantly teach a motherfucker how to respect you. It's annoying. It's like being a parent to a child. And at some point, damn, the kid grow up. Or if you're a female, here comes some man. I see how I was talking to you. You got the floor now, baby. You know, I'm going to stop interrupting you. I'm going to stop taking jabs at you. I don't know why I ain't never got no woman in my life, but I like you. And for some reason, you know what I'm saying? I think that you get through to me. And I really want to, like, break this spell with you. And you're like, I'm not signing up for another week of intolerable lack of common sense and boundaries, so that I can keep on teaching you how to respect me, which means I will have to keep getting disrespected by you in order for you to fucking grow. Hell no. Where's the peace in that? That's here. And let's not forget about family. The Two of Swords. Take something away from a child. Oh, I get it now. I see. If you give it back to them too soon, they will lose respect for you. And it weakens them. They need to become stronger. I'm also getting celibacy here, and you guys having a stronger mental due to you not mixing and swapping with, like, the wrong people. Like, you're not even gonna do it with nobody who is lacking personal power. Like, they could tell you a story about their life or their past year or some quest they was on. And if they sound like a whole donkey or a weak ass ninja or a beer, I'm sorry. I can't hang around with you. I'm sorry. I definitely can't sleep with you. Because you'll lower my personal power just being around you, especially consummating with you. Hell no. Having conversations with you? No. I love myself too much for me to let you lower all the fucking personal power that I built in myself for years. Constantly being in rotation with you in any way will lower that. So no. It's here. Ugh. Also, strengthen your and your kids' personal power by keeping things away from them longer. Do not give shit back to them so fucking quickly. I'm also seeing that you guys are pretending like you don't see somebody calling. And with every time that you ignore that person or you stay calm while somebody's trying to anger you, you can just feel your personal power going up. Because the more no's that you give out, the more you increase your personal power. We got the 8 of Wands here. Something very, very unexpected is coming in. Very unexpected. Expect the unexpected when it comes to more everything. Like more justice. An increase in followers, listeners, subscribers. Expect more love because of all the times you loved yourself. To step back from nonsense. Expect more money for walking away from lower paid jobs. Expect surprise love to come your way when you thought that everybody looked at you as too aggressive. I even get that. Like, oh, thanks for your honesty. I'm like, you welcome, bitch. Gave you the best performance, best reading. I'm not even disrespectful when I am actually performing any kind of live CashApp, when I'm doing any kind of video for a client. I'm not going to just be boisterous and 7 of Wands with them. And everybody knows that. But I'll get somebody who wants to dim my light, make it seem like I was too brute for them. Like, no, what's brute is what you putting yourself through by being in that dumbass situation. And even with people who don't have any common sense, I still handle people gently. You gonna pay me just so you can come for me and try to dim my light. You know how many women pay me just to bring me down personally? Just to be able to have a conversation with a bunch of backhandedness. Do you know they get their money back? Especially if they're putting that in their intake form. But sometimes, of course, they hide it. And they're nice when they come in. They have nothing going on in their lives. They just want to pay me just so that they can insult me at the end. And dim my light and personal power. There are people who can't wait to meet me after being introduced because people said so many wonderful things. Oh, they can't wait to meet me so that they can bring down my personal power. I don't even shake their hand when I see that overzealous ambition to get to know me, and it's not even no reason for you to be that excited to see me. I know it's going to come with some shit. I don't like to touch people who have low personal power either. You will notice that when you have a lot of personal power and inner power, you're going to notice a lot of people wanting to hug you or touch you because they want some of it. Energy vampires. Somebody wants to make love to you because they know you have a lot of inner power. If they sleep with you, they constantly connecting to your socket. They know that that's going to increase their personal power. Energy harvesting you. So it's people who want to be in a relationship with you, to have, to be a power couple, or just to have relations with you because they look at it like an energetic transfer. People who want to be your friend, people who want to touch you shaking your hand, handing you some hand sanitizer, handing you a tissue. They want that energy transfer. They want to lower you by handing you an item because they are a lower person and hoping it lowers you. Or they want to receive something from you and they are a lower person and they hope that it heightens them. Also, you will be noticing that it's just certain people you want to talk to and don't want to talk to. Be around and don't want to be around. It's a lot of people that love your personal power. It's a lot of people that want to be your friend and want to do it with you and want to get back with you because of that. I'm also getting you need to get away from your parents, your spouse, or somebody because they keep lowering your personal power. Or it's some older person. It could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius as well. Male or female, you're going to lower my personal power if I get with you. There could be a man that really wants to be in your life. He's going to lower your personal power if he stays with you. Are these people worth your personal power being dimmed, your light being dimmed? Because they want to stay in your life. But you got to know, like, the kind of relationships as to where if they stay in your life, you're not going to be the same person. You're not going to be as powerful. You're not going to be as successful. You're not going to be as confident. You're not going to be as radiant because you're around somebody who wants to stay around you all the time. And they just want to pick at you and pick at you and pick at you. Just throw it by the blue dresser. They just want, every time you have a conversation with them, they always saying some dumb shit to you. And parents are synonymous with this. They just say some ignorant shit. You trying to rise to the top. You have to quarantine yourself from somebody as you're trying to rise to the top who is just dimming you. If you meet a new person, this woman disrespectful as hell, you trying to make it to the top. She got a flip ass mouth, Queen of Wands in the reverse. You need to leave that bitch alone. Because she gonna always say something fucked up about your performance or how you look or how you did something. And it's supposed to be your girlfriend. Them flipping ass bitches y'all be wanting to date with all that mouth. Oh, no. I know y'all left them behind. That's so 2001. She just don't know she a whole monster. She pretty and shit. You know, she just can't help but to have a disastrous ass razor mouth. And you trying to make it in business or career or image. Or it's some friend. And some of these friends are like gay friends, but they say some real flippant shit. Or they don't give you any praise. They want to be all up around you and around your performances, and they want to be a part of everything you launch. They want to be there just so that they can bring you talking about you. They want you to see them whispering about you while you doing your performance. They want to make sure you see that so your personal power can go down the middle of your speech so they can dim your light. They had to shove their way all up in there. They'll pay a $600 ticket. You got to know something wrong if somebody go out of their way to give you that much support. It's something that's going to come with it. Somebody going out of their way to hug you. You don't even know them like that. What in the energy transfer is going on? What are you on? I'm about to say something very serpent-like to you. I just had to hide it first with kindness so you can be open, or else it's not going to work, ass bitches. And I know y'all feeling me. Because Capricorns are boss bitches. They make money moves. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Boyfriend, he want to be in your life like a motherfucker, but he said what? He ain't did nothing. Or somebody, I remember my uncle didn't respond when I said I graduated college. He just didn't say shit. And he was my great uncle. I'm like, well, fuck him. He said we can always go. He said he was going to pick us up personally for the family reunion next year because we never go. This is why I never go. And he want to pick me up personally so I can be enclaved in his fucking car for hours going down south? I don't think so. And then restricted from leaving so he could just sit up there and ignore every fucking great thing about me? What the fuck is the point of me catching up with you if you gonna just not say shit every time I tell you about something that I did? What? Because I'm a woman and I'm a woman doing it, he ain't got shit to say. Oh, I had a truck too. He didn't say shit. Only men are supposed to have trucks or some shit like that. Yeah, I did this independently for years. He don't even say shit. I was done. I didn't say nothing else. I just got up and left. I'm like, well, y'all can enjoy his fucking visit because he not about to dim my fucking light. Maybe y'all ain't got no light for him to dim, but I sure do. Love yourself first. I was very surprised. Made me look at him in a whole new light. No pun intended. Look at how attractive and beautiful you guys are too with the Page of Pentacles. Y'all gonna be so surprised that y'all actually get love and not hate in this cycle. I don't care if you male or female. You're attractive, you stick out because you really statuesque, or you really tall, you really hot, or you really thick, or you really whatever. Stuff that stick out. You're really pretty, you really handsome, you really smart. Damn. You're gonna be surprised you get love, nothing but love in this cycle. But it's only because of all the times you took a step back from motherfuckers that was trying to attack this. You're like, let me get myself away from this. But let me continue to shine, though, just over here. You taking that step. When you block people, when you stop talking to people, when you refuse to argue with someone, when you refuse to go back and forth with somebody, especially if they are fucking stupid, that all increases your personal power and makes you look good. When you see that somebody obviously is trying to scare you on a date or a get together and you never see them again, that increases your personal power. When somebody invites you into a situation that seems like a setup and you decline, that increases your personal power. If you get an invitation from some females or female relatives that disrespected you last time and you decide not to go, that increases your personal power. Something here about my masculines, my Capricorn masculines, because I see you handing something to somebody and it's like they're basically like, get that out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only one who's supposed to be seen doing a good job around here. You know this is going to keep happening because this motherfucker is just like, I don't want nobody that's more attractive than me being seen by the ladies. I don't want anybody else's light to be seen but mine. You're like, this is never going to stop. I'm not going to wait for this to stop. I'm not going to hope for this to stop. I'm not going to wonder if I'm going to be able to find something else or not. I'm out. That increases your personal power. I got somebody is very stern as well. This is an authority figure, a parent, something like that. And they think that like nothing is ever going to happen to them. I'm seeing a stern parent who doesn't want a child to have a light because they don't have one. But it's going to create the exact opposite. You're going to soar. There's a parent that really does not want you to make it, Capricorn, because then it looks like you did more than them. It's like it's dishonorable for you to be this successful. It outshines them. It makes it seem like, you're better, you're smarter, you're greater than them. Damn, your own fucking parents. You know what I'm saying? Some of your parents don't even want you to have love in your life because they don't. And I leave people who have parents like that as well. If they can't notice that obviously they dried up ass mama or daddy is mad, that their heart is small like the Grinch, and nobody will ever love them, so they don't want anybody to love their son then. I leave their son. Especially when the son can't see what's going on or the son don't want to get away from them. Look what you did, you little jerk. Remember I kept saying that at the beginning? Yeah. Somebody's looking at their parents like that, like you ran Capricorn away. If you think that didn't happen, it did. If you don't think that they had that, they did. If you don't think they had that moment of clarity, they did actually have it. They're like, you ran Capricorn away. You don't want me to have love. Because you ain't got nobody. You don't want me to have success because you never found it. You don't want me to travel because you was too scared to. You don't want me to do anything because you're too afraid. So I got to get away from you and go do it anyway. Also, I've been in relationships with people who didn't want to do shit because they was too afraid. They was dimming me. They was dimming my potential. They was dimming my personal power and everything. They was so fucking scary and powerless. I'm like, oh God, would you get away from me? I can't stand friends that's like that either. Like, I'm scared. I have to go ask my baby daddy first if you don't let me. Get your ass gone. I'm gonna ask Stanley if I can. Like, he ain't even taking care of your ass enough for you to have to ask his permission for us to go to Atlanta. As many times as I've been around, this is a business trip. Trying to make it seem like we about to go into some like debauchery shit. I'm like, that's sad that's how he think of you and me. He don't see us as queens. He don't see us as two bitches on business. He see us as a possible girls trip with Tiffany Haddish and Queen Latifah. We ain't doing no shit like that. Accidentally pissing on people while flying through the air. That's the height of expectation that he saw. These are people who have a very low outlook on women. Very low outlook on men. Very low outlook on their children and what they can do. And they want to they want to put you in that box. They want to put that ceiling over you. Underestimating you. Not thinking you're going to make it. And look, you're going to be soaring. I think that this whole reading is designed for you to think about who you let into your life and making sure to remind yourself now of people trying to strip away your personal power and dim your light. And no man or woman or parent is worth staying in your life if they're going to do such a thing. Such a grave thing. So I was like, look, well, surprise. Look out for this and look out for that. Don't nobody want to hear from this person now. Look at what the fuck we got. I really do care even though I don't show it. Who the fuck want to be with a person like this? Well, you got to question or wonder every day, do they even like you? Do they even care about you? You got to keep waiting for somebody to show you some respect or love. Oh, it'll come soon. Baby. You could be somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Instead of waiting for this day. I wouldn't hold my breath. Okay? All right. Now, whoever you took a step back from actually wishes that you were around them. Whether this is a parent, this is a a budding love interest that you took a step back from, because I can see you doing this at the beginning, or when somebody like offers you, I can see you doing this in the beginning or the middle, because it's still in page or night stage when you draw this boundary, when you take this step back. Oh, that person wish you was there with them so bad. They wish they didn't come off to you like that. They miss your light. They miss your warmth. They miss your love. They miss your feminine power. They miss your masculine power. You know, the same power they tried to diminish. Yeah. They're like, I got to stop stepping on people's hearts like that. Damn it. That's because they parents wasn't shit. And no disrespect, but either they parents wasn't shit, literally, intentionally, on purpose, or they parents was just like consumed in the war times, or, you know, the times. You know, they ain't had time for love or respect. There was too many wars going on. I'm getting like Vietnam. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, oh shit, the Great Depression. It was reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like real things, real eras, real timepieces in the eras. You know what I'm saying? Real movements. A reason why a motherfucker be crotchety. Shit, we gotta run from the Klan every night. Can't remember to fucking hug you. Shit like that I can kind of understand. Like if a parent was under that, you know what I'm saying? That stress, the stress that can come from times. You know, even the stress that we live in now, you know, you can understand like mama is tired or daddy is tired. Like, look at the times we live in today. Like, look what's going on. That's not somebody who's trying to purposely diminish your light. It could just happen. But you'll probably grow up to be like a giant after being created under that kind of pressure. After being raised under that kind of pressure, you know? But there's some parents that really ain't shit. Like, they intend to steal light. And you'll know these parents exist when the bitch that want to be your friend steals yours, because that's all she know how to do. So her little light snatching mama or daddy made her one. And she doesn't understand why everybody else doesn't do it. She got to learn from the world around her. When everybody take a big giant step back, stop fucking with her. That you can't be walking around being the eater of souls just because your mama and daddy is focused on some little kids a little bit too much. It's kind of weird. You know, I knew a lady like that. It was like two old ladies, probably three of them. Just want to fucking steal her light. Who walks? What 60-year-old woman is fixated on stealing a 6-year-old's light? Make sure you don't make it. Start early on you. Didn't even know these people. These motherfuckers live 7 houses down and shit. Only saw them during block club parties. They sought me out. So they saw something. And they wanted to make sure that I never made it. It's like breaking a baby's legs. And then just placing it in the crib and walking away. Like, yeah, you ain't never gonna walk, you pretty ass fucking baby. I hate you. Like, what the fuck? I'm telling you, y'all got that kind of reading. And we're gonna talk about it. But I'm finished. I'm finished. But basically, that's my comparison to any weirdo fucking old person who just seeks somebody out and hates on a little kid. Obviously has some kind of, I don't know, second sight clairvoyance and can see success and love and wants to make sure they never experience it because they didn't. And they want to be Pennywise, the eater of souls. And have an energy transfer of misery. It's sad. And you know, that adult probably went through some setback in their adult life. For you to want to transfer that to a child, like, yeah, don't even try to make it. And let me do you a favor. Let me dim your light early. You won't need it. Like, what in the miserable fuck? Stay away from them people. And, you know, it's an old lady that I knew grew up. She just passed. I didn't go to her funeral, and I don't know why God stopped me from going to her funeral. I don't know why God stopped me from visiting that lady the last 10 years of her life. It wasn't really like open anything that she used to say about me, but she used to say little subtle things like once every 8 years. And I still would be like, you know, whatever. She's old. I still want to show love and support. You ain't got to show love and support to her, is what God said to me. Go carry your ass on and give all that light to your own goddamn old people in your family. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't need a hug from you. Some people don't need help and support from you. You don't have to keep on looking past people's shortcomings and still being the martyr. You don't have to keep on dealing with them just so that it can look good. I don't care how bad it looks. Like I said at the beginning, you still look good to people, even when you're taking a step back from bullshit. Everybody know about that person. So it's people that actually wish you were there with them. These people that you took a step back from. I've been watching your socials and admiring your pictures with the Three of Wands. Big focus on the internet. Okay. Because you block these people. So you get an increase in admirers because you block people. For every person you block in your next cycle, you bring in more admirers because that's more self-respect. That's more self-love for you to not continue to need a follower or subscriber that goddamn much that you actually let them be a whole disrespectful bedbug with you just so that you won't lose the count. For that one person, you'll gain 3 new people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm also getting, I remember nobody used to work with me and now they do. I get you saying that. Your personal power went up. You stopped giving a fuck. I want to make you happy. I miss your smile. Somebody, especially Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm seeing Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm seeing an Emperor. I'm seeing a man that's older than you. They want to make you happy and they miss your smile. Okay? But I'm getting in the past, somebody didn't like that you was happy and smiling. They just didn't. If you want to know why somebody is disrespectful towards you, they don't like you being happy. They want to wipe that smile off your face. And a lot of grumpy, spoiled old people act like that. Narcissists act like that. Okay? Chauvinists act like this. This is so crazy. Unsuccessful people, unhappy people. People who have low personal power don't like you being happy and smiling. Also, if you want to increase your personal power, if you've had a low point, a low day, or you've been around a low vibrational person, smile. Just smiling, even though you're sad, angry, or you have nothing to smile about, naturally increases your chances of having more things to smile about for real later. Okay? Because something or someone's trying to bring you down. And by something, it could be like a demonic energy. You could feel like you're under spiritual attack. Smile. It could be a person that's trying to, you know what I'm saying, affect you. Smile. Whoever or whatever this is, smile. Demons, the devil, they don't like you being happy. You got to know that. They'll come through other people just to bring you down. You got to know that that's what it is. Or if you're handling somebody with a smile and, you know, all of that, and they feel unsuccessful, unpretty, unattractive, they're going to just mock you. My God, somebody's trying to copy the way you dress, and they're mocking your voice, and because they hate themselves. I let people manipulate me into ghosting you. You know, what I like is that what this card is trying to say is, when I said earlier, people are going to be turning their back on this person. Look at you as the Queen of Wands, not having to convince anyone at all to ghost the person that you see as full of fuckery and foolery. You didn't have to manipulate any of those people. But guess what? Someone wanted to dim your light so bad, they literally worked on manipulating people into not liking you. Like this girl did in 4th grade. I was 9. And she literally manipulated at least like 150 people into not talking to me anymore. And they actually fucking did it like a bunch of sheeple. All she said was, she talked about you. She made some funny jokes about you. She talked about this. She said this about you and your mom and your dog. I'm like, really? And there was no way that I could prove her wrong. It's not like I could just say, bring your Ameritech AT&T bill and show that we didn't even have that call, or that it didn't last that long if we did. Like, what can I do? She was doing it and it was happening. She was manipulating people into not talking to me, and there was nothing I could do about it. She wanted to bring down my light. She wanted to bring down my personal power. She didn't like it that I was strong. I was funny as hell, even at 9. She didn't have that. And I didn't know that, well, I've seen the movie The Omen. Satan could exist in a little girl like that at such a young age. I didn't know that children were capable of being that strategic until I saw that day. And I let those people take a step back from me, and I took a step back from them. And I stayed at that school, and I never fucking transferred. And it really built my personal power to this day. It never went away. It just got built upon. It just got built up upon, you know? I'm about to be like Lil Sean and be like, I'm trying not to go there. You know what I'm saying? I already said that word too many times, because I'm really like advocating. I'm an advocate for any zodiac sign that I'm reading for. So I don't do a stupid ass cross watchers readings. Y'all have to do that on your own. I'm not going to do them for you, like sugarcoat them for you, or add in any messages. You go watch another person's reading on your own. I advocate for the sign that I read for, because it's more power in the reading and the message that way. What's this Emperor? Some fire sign, or some females at work want to manipulate people into ghosting you. People online, competition, okay. And everybody gonna turn on their ass. We already know that though. Okay, so this older person, or your parents, or the person who you left and couldn't co-parent with, you're always on this person's mind. Everybody knows as well that this bitch purposely manipulated everybody into ghosting you, and she will always be seen that way. You may think that no one cares or sees it that way, but people actually do see it that way. You just like, fuck it. I'm not going to try to win nobody's side. I'm not going to try to do no fucking petition for myself, or, you know what I'm saying, try to win back people's love. Let people think what they want. They're going to see by you being the 2 of Swords, which is someone who is docile, who is very docile. Obviously, whatever this person is saying about you isn't true, because you're so docile when people meet you. Oh, he beat my ass when I was with him. She put her hands on me when I was with her. She's a bitch when she was a hoe. And all people your docile nature when they're actually in front of you lets people know that that's not true. Also, somebody who really was like, you know, they offended you, or they put you in a defensive position where like They was just doing way too much, very aggressive. They can't stop thinking about what they did since you took a step back. Your spiritual advice is to tell the truth. Like I was saying, like, don't even hold back. You may think that it makes you look bad or look like a monster for going off on your kid, or I got in a social setting, at home, I don't know, or just being frank with somebody, and it doesn't make you look bad at all. Okay, whoever is going to come out of nowhere, you're going to be afraid of committing to them. Because like I said earlier, why would I re-sign up for another year subscription of bullshit, disrespect from you, and pay money on top as well? That's like me fucking with a app or a subscription that knowingly takes my money for no reason and keep fucking with them. Even if they snatching money, they overcharging, they perks suck. I take a step back, they come back after a while, they got a lower price, or they're being persistent, or they come with an email on the day that I sure would like to enjoy myself. I'm not signing back up for that shit. So whoever surprises you with some kind of reprise after you took a step back, it's going to be flattering that they're working so hard to stay in your life, but you know what comes with it, though. A lifelong subscription of disrespect. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like to book a reading, check the description box, the community section. $20 for a 15-minute session. $35 for a 30-minute session. All of that information is in the description box. Talk to you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for liking the video if you did, subscribing to the channel if you did, hyping the video if you did. All the best to you guys, and I'll talk to you later.